What's up, guys? It's Chachi Power here to do a Transformers Masterpiece MP-15 Destron Cassettron Rumble and Jaguar review. This comes from Takara Tomy. You'll see Rumble and Jaguar out in the front, and if we spin it around, you see them in cassette form and their robotic form here, and you also see Soundwave up here ejecting the cassettes. Alright, and off to the right here you will see all the contents, and this is even though it's a very teeny box, it does still have the same style you would find in the regular Transformers Masterpiece boxes. You know, with the matte black finish here and then the gloss over the actual figures there. But enough of my blabbing. I'm going to go ahead and unseal this so we can check out the contents and get on with the review. So give me a moment, I'll open this up and be right back. So I haven't actually opened this before the review because I want to give a first impression while you guys watch the review. So here is a tray, right? You got everything nicely laid out. You got the two cassette cases here, you got the actual two cassettes here, and the Piledrivers here on the bottom. Also included down here are Rumble's weapons. You got the two shoulder mounted weapons here, or the back mounted weapons, or whatever you want to call it, and then the covers here for the Piledrivers, which we'll get into in a moment, and then of course the instructions and a little card here showing Rumble and Jaguar. We'll also check that out in just a moment. Now this layout here does have each cassette in a little baggie, alright, to protect I guess the finish during shipping. So let's go ahead and pop these little bad boys out. If you're used to the G1 style cassettes, these are pretty similar, except modern. Take a look at the back, and they don't look much like cassettes on the back. On the front, they look like the old school cassettes. On the back, not so much. This one kind of, I guess, still retains most of the cassette look on the back. However, you'll see here, Ravage or Jaguar has a lot of open area here, but I mean, when you see this transformed, if you haven't already, I think you can live with that. So, put these to the side for now. Check out the little cases. Now, a lot of people saying, you know, why are these cases pink? I think you can use them in the background like energon cubes, like flattened energon cubes, I guess. But whatever, they're pink. Use them for whatever you want. And we'll show you how the cassettes actually fit in here. I don't know how many of you are old enough to have had micro cassettes or standard cassettes for that matter. But yeah, these are the same size as the old cassettes back in the day, and these were actually considered a little bit better than the standard cassette, which was much bigger. Although these didn't fit a lot of music or whatever, these were usually good for dictating, you know, in college classes or whatever. But I can't really get this guy in here. How am I supposed to do that? Alright, there we go. So that's what they look like inside the cases. You can store them in here, but why would you want to do that? Just leave them in Soundwave. Alright, so what else we got here? We also have the Piledrivers. And now the Piledrivers, let's take a look at these. Nice plastic, nice glossy plastic there. You got the black down here. Got this that comes out, and that's actually, it feels a lot firmer than I thought it would. It's got a nice sliding action there. And we're going to go ahead and use those later on. And let's see what else we got around here. We showed you this. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start transforming these guys. Show you each one in detail before we even do that. Which one do you guys want to start off with? I think we should start off with Rumble. How about that? Leave the Ravage, since he's my favorite, for last. Now, although Rumble should be relatively easy to transform, I'm sure it's somewhat similar to the old one. We'll find out in a second. I am going to use the instructions just so at least you guys can see what the instructions are like. They're your typical Masterpiece instructions, alright? Full color, glossy paper. Take a look at that. Alright, so very nice drawings. It shows cassette mode up there, machine gun, hammer arm. That sounds pretty cool. And the actual instructions themselves. Now, included with the instruction baggie is this card here, which I said I was going to show you guys. So you get this little tech spec card. If we flip it around here, you'll see MP-15, and it says or whatever. And here it says robot mode, down here cassette mode, and a bunch of numbers. But I don't like math, so let's put that aside and let's check out Rumble. But yeah, so I'm going to take a look at the instructions. I'm not going to bore you with details here. I'm just going to go ahead and read this real quick and then show you the transformation. Alright, so it is pretty much as easy as I thought it would be. So we're going to start off by moving these pieces up. Alright, that's going to form the arms in just a second. Bring these leg pieces down like so, and what you want to do is just unhinge everything. Well, not unhinge it, but you basically extend everything. You don't want to unhinge all this stuff. Bring the legs towards this way, where the feet are, right here. Pop the feet out. Now, I've already done it while I was pulling everything out, but the waist is actually sunken in. You'll see the little red waist here. You pull that out so that to extend that like that, and bring the arms down, which have ratchets on the shoulder, which are pretty cool, so it'll hold the shoulders where you put them. And then last, well, not last, one of the last few things is popping out the hands here. You got to use your nail there to get that out, and then all you need is the guy's head. I usually like to push right here somewhere, get that little piece out, and then you can stick your nail. There's a little ridge on the top of his head. Bring that up and then spin his head around. So mostly got him right there. Then you just have to put these things right on the back just to get the complete look here. Pop those in. Where's the other one? Right here. Alright, so that gives him his little wings out back, and there is Rumble. Now you notice Rumble has a nice chrome finish. See how it shines there on these little sections here, little cassette holes, and on his crotch. Everybody loves a golden crotch, and he's also got a very nice Decepticon logo right above his crotch, which is where I have mine. And of course, this camera, very expensive and very unfocusy, but you'll see right there that little Decepticon logo is just beautiful. Alright, we'll take a close look here at the Decepticon logo again. It turns out I had the wrong lens on the camera, but there you go. There's a face. Beautiful head sculpt. I love that head sculpt right there. Just overall, just a very, very nice looking little robot. And I dig little robots like this. You know, highly articulated. You got the shoulders on the ball joints. You don't have a waist, obviously. It's a cassette, but you do have the legs that come out. Also on the ball joint, you got the knees, which have amazing articulation. And you'll notice there's not a lot of movement back and forth this way, but there's an extra hinge right there, which allows you to bend the knee forward like so. And then you got the feet on a ball joint. All right, and then the weapons out back here, you can pop them off and put them right on the hand. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And before they go onto the hand, you just have to flip this in to get that little handle, which will actually fit into the hand. And if you do the same to the other side, you can use both. Alright, so there you got Rumble with his weapons. Now, of course, Rumble comes with hammer arms, or as normal people would call them, Piledrivers. Alright? Now, there's a way to put them on. You don't just slip them on over his arm. Well, you sort of do, but you got to do a little bit of folding over here. I'll get to that in just a second. But you want to make sure you key these the right way, because one will go to one arm, one to the other. Now, looking at these, they're pretty much identical. However, you'll see two little nubs here that look like two little rivets. You don't want to put that facing forward. You actually want the indented area here. I don't know if you could see that. It's kind of pushed in. So it's the opposite of these dots. You want that to face forward. So once you have that like that, all right, what you want to do with the arms is bring them up this way and out like that, like he's flexing, trying to get some chicks. All right, and then the hands just pop right in like they would in cassette mode. And now grab the Piledrivers here and just pop them on. Right, so you got that one side. Now you got the other side, and it's actually a really cool look. And what we want to make sure is you don't want this to happen. Okay, you'll see this one stays on. I snapped that one in. You can't just put them on like that, but they're going to fall off the second you start handling the robot. So what you want to do is kind of help it along, and the arm snaps right in. Can't really hear the snap there, but it is nice and solid now. Alright, so it really looks nice with these Piledrivers on. And then, of course, you might want to crouch them down a little bit and have these things come out. Let's go ahead and fold these legs forward like that. Just give them a little bit of a crouch. just to get him to look cool. And there he is, just, well, I don't know if I made him look cool, but there he is hitting the ground, knocking down some Autobots. So pretty cool feature. I like that. I like that they included this. I don't think I'll be displaying it this way, but it's nice that it was included for those of you that do want to display it that way. Now the Piledrivers can actually be used for many things, as I've come to realize looking at the instructions. These caps here, they can actually snap onto the back, and I can't quite get it to snap in there. It does require a bit of force, which I'm not really inclined to want to do right now. But yeah, this attaches to the back. I don't know if it's some kind of booster pack or some kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Another cool feature is the ability to grab the actual Piledrivers, bring this up, and you can actually store Rumble's weapons. Right, you'll see that's keyed right in there. Bring that down. You can go ahead and close that, and do the same with the other one. I find it pretty interesting that they designed a way to get everything to work in various ways. And when you got these two all set to go, you can actually put it on this cap feature thing here. You do have to watch out for the little nubs here, because it will only go in one way, like that. And then look for the flat spot on the circle there. Put the other one. Alright, so now you got this little pack here, which you can also attach to the back of Rumble here. And this actually fits a lot better because you do have these two pegs, and then this just slides right in, just like that. So I don't know if it's some sort, if this is a booster pack, I don't really know, or he's just carrying the power supply for Soundwave. But it's a neat little feature that allows you to have extra play value in that. Now this also can connect with this piece that you normally, if you store it on Soundwave, would be right on his butt. But you can attach this here like that. Alright, and again, because it's so cold in here, the plastics just don't want to budge. A lot of stuff is very hard to put on. But normally you'll see those little slots. That's where the slots for this piece would go, and it would connect here. And on Soundwave, when he's in cassette player mode, he has this on the side of the cassette. It's a little power supply plug, and you would plug this in like so, and then this would be sticking out of it like a power supply. And if that isn't enough, you'll see this little hook here actually clips onto Soundwave to make a weapon. So I don't know if it's meant to be some kind of punching weapon where this comes out, or it's supposed to be some kind of big blaster. Who knows? But that's the other feature of that. Now, if you remember if you watched my review or any other review, a lot of people have shown that there is a little panel here that opens up on his foot, or in cassette mode it would be on the back of the player. But you can actually open that panel up to store Rumble's weapons. So I'll show you how that works. You want to hold the wing in and the gun piece towards the back of the foot, and there's actually a slot in there to fit the little fin on the gun there. It's a little tricky, especially since I'm trying to get it on camera here. But once you get it in there, you can close that, and you can store both weapons. So there's one on each side of the foot for both weapons. So now that we've spent half of the video on Piledrivers, we're going to go ahead and check out Ravage, or Jaguar, whatever you want to call him. Here he is in cassette mode. Now this is probably my favorite of all the cassettes for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, so you'll see again, I did explain earlier in the video that there are hollow areas up here. I know some people are going to complain. I really don't give a crap. It looks good like this, and it looks good in his alternate mode, or his robotic Jaguar mode. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead with the transformation. There's a little tiny piece over here somewhere that you got to bring out. That does become his nose. Can't seem to quite get it. Just pull it out here to the side. Like I said, that becomes his nose. Here is his head. Bring it forward. It's actually two halves. There you go. Forms the head with the jaw here. Now the jaw does not open, unfortunately, but that's fine. Bring these pieces up. I'm going to separate it here. See if I can get a little bit closer. Right there, just enough to go up just a tad so you can bring them forward like so. Right to the sides, bring this to the back. Let's see, the tail is somewhere. Where's the tail? Where's the tail? The tail, yep, right here. Just bring the tail back like that. Alright, and then these two halves come together. Open the legs this way. Then you can bring these parts down. Then fold the legs down. All right, pretty self-explanatory from this point on. Get the shoulders down this way. You want the legs facing forward, like that. And then you have to do this weird thing. I mean, you can leave him like this, but it looks pretty stupid. So you want to kind of fold him right in the middle. Feels like you have to do it pretty hard. All right, and there you go. Jaguar, or if you prefer, Ravage. All right, so he looks good in his Jaguar mode. It's got a decent amount of articulation. You got this over here. You got these two hinges. That goes forward there. Also, that part there. Then you got the feet. Let's see. You got the shoulders on a ball joint, which gives you a very, very nice range of movement. And you got the elbows here. Also the swivel. All right, and then you got the little foot right there. Then you got the head, which just sort of just moves up and down. Can't really do much more than that. And yeah, I really think this is a really cool version of Ravage here. What we'll do is check him out really close. Got the little red painted eyes there. You also have a very, very nice Decepticon logo right on his shoulder there. Wears it with pride. And this allows you to see the very careful detailing. It's a small figure, but it's just done really, really nice. And I guess the last thing we'll want to check out is using him in Soundwave. So we're going to go ahead and eject here. All right, this is Laserbeak here. We're going to want to push in the chest cavity all the way back. You'll see I've just created an insane amount of space in there for all three. So I don't know, I guess we'll put Ravage in there first. Shove him way back in there. Oh, wants to pop out already. Let's go ahead and do Rumble next. All right, and then Laserbeak. All right. Or am I putting this upside down? Not sure. Okay, there we go. Close that up. And yeah, so they're all three in there. All right, so when you want to take them out, you pop this. Laserbeak comes out. Then you hit the button. Where's that button? Right here. This button right here. You hit that. Whoa, whoa, it actually ejected. That's pretty cool. Let's try that again with Ravage. Wow, it's actually ejecting. I haven't seen that happen before, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the review, guys. Ravage and Rumble. You guys, if you haven't bought the Takara one, may want to hold out, or actually you should want to hold out, because it's officially a done deal. We've known this since Toy Fair, that they were going to release Soundwave. I'm assuming it's going to be exclusive at Toys R Us, who knows, but it's going to be the Soundwave with all 5 cassettes, and you'll see I've only got 3, the other 2 are yet to be released, so you're going to be able to get Soundwave with all 5 cassettes, and I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than buying Takara. But if you can't wait like me, you're going to pay a premium for the Takara cassettes and Soundwave. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Until next time, bye-bye.